The Gina and Maddie podcast.
Very special people in the studio at the moment.
We do, and this is very important. You can grow your mullet this April. 9 people in Australia die by suicide every day, and 3 out of 4 are men. So you can grow your mullet and raise funds, and we have people in here right now who are involved in this. We've got Alex, hello, from Black Wolf Collective. So you own that very cool barber.
Yes.
Where's that one?
Tattoo and Barber. So we're just down the road here at Erina, just opposite the Element Building.
Awesome. And we've also got one of your barbers in, Jackson. Hey, Jackson.
How are you?
I'm well, thanks. My son's name's Jackson as well. We call him Jackie. Jackson, I used to be a hairdresser back 100 years ago, and I used to cut mullets when they were around the first time.
Yeah, right.
So pretty embarrassing. You know, you used to do a perm, even on girls, perm, and it'd be curly at the back and all kind of buffy at the front and cut over the ears. So, and my husband, who we've been together for 100 years, he had one of the original country music mullets too, really long at the back. What is the most fashionable mullet these days? Because my son, who's a musician, has is it called a mod mullet or something, or it's not too long?
Yeah, well, these days there's all different variations of mullets, really, all involving fades, skin fades. There's so many mullets now.
I remember when they first came out, I'm like, oh, this is ridiculous. Now I'm really into them. You tried to grow one once, Adam. And
No, I didn't try. I had a full-on mullet coming out of COVID.
Yes.
Because remember, barbers were shut during COVID for like 6-8 months, so I just let the hair really grow out.
And just trimmed your sides yourself.
And no, I didn't do anything. As soon as they opened, I went to the barber and I said, mullet this baby up.
Well, now's the time to do it again.
It is, that's true.
Let's do it for all of April.
I kept it for another 3 months, and then I had a family wedding to go to, and I was told if I don't cut it, I'm not allowed in the family photos. I tried to grow it last year, but I gave up on it. But I think maybe for this reason, it's time to bring the mullet back. So we're doing mullets for mental health. What's that all about?
So it's just a fun way to get talking about mental health, really. And then on the Sunday, it runs all through April with the Black Dog Institute, and you can team up with us or you can make your own profile to help support the funds. But on this Sunday, everybody can come down the whole weekend, but on Sunday from 12 till 3, our barbers will be cutting mullets for $15 and all of the proceeds go directly to the Black Dog Institute.
$15 mullet? Yeah. Oh, my God, that sounds amazing. Is the mullet the main thing you do, Jackson, or is it kind of everything?
One of the many.
Yeah.
One of the many.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot more mullets now, though, compared to, say, even like a year ago.
Yeah.
They're all the rage.
Like a year ago, people were coming in to get mullets. I was like, oh, no. Or the kids wanted one. And I said, oh, no. Whereas now everybody's doing it.
And I love it in April. If you do spot someone with a mullet, it's a bit of a talking point.
Exactly.
It's an opportunity for you to say, I've done it. I wouldn't normally do it. I've done it to help raise awareness for this great cause.
And just get the conversation going about mental health, because it's something not everyone always talks about, and it's something that you could look at a lot of people and not realise what they're going through.
That's right.
You know, there's people in my family that suffer mental health, and you wouldn't know it looking at them.
That's right.
They look like the toughest guys ever, you know, all tatted up, been bodybuilders, but they're struggling. They've got issues, and so that's a way to talk about it.
I feel like a lot of people don't want to talk about it or don't know if the other person wants to talk about it, and I feel like even since we've started doing this, that we've even had some clients come in, and as soon as we start mentioning that we're doing it, it makes them open up. Like Jackson's had a few clients that has even said at the end of it, had we have not even discussed that you were doing this, I wouldn't have actually just spent that half an hour talking about.
Oh my God, isn't that great?
Yeah, and he caught a client like the day after a pretty big struggle. So it was just like lucky that if we hadn't have brought that up, he wouldn't have even had that moment.
Because men traditionally don't want to talk about this stuff. And I was at my hairdresser yesterday and we talk about
we don't
everything.
Stop. Yeah,
so girls do, and girls, we have our girlfriends, we are each other's counsellors, but men are so blokey and they don't normally want to bring up this stuff, and that's so great, Jackson, that they're bringing it up with you.
Yeah, that's it. Just knowing that it's a safe space at the barbershop.
Yeah.
Because we see pretty much all walks of life.
Yeah.
From like the blokey bloke to the quiet guy. Just being known that you can talk to the barber, tell him anything. It's definitely made an impact, especially in the past month where we've really been promoting this cause.
Yes.
Everyone's just a lot more open and just it's more normalised, I'd say.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we need to keep this conversation going and make sure that this is making such a difference. If you're a guy out there struggling, talk. I mean, come on Sunday and get your mullet for
All
$15.
ages too. All
But yeah,
ages.
talk to your mates and talk about it, blokes. Don't bottle
Yeah.
everything up, because us girls know how much
Yeah.
better do we feel
Oh.
if we tell our girlfriend what's wrong
That's
with us.
all we talk about, especially in our shop. We've got a few girls there, and all we ever do, I feel like that's our first 20 minutes of our morning. Good morning, and then you just like tell each
Yes.
other the problems, whereas the boys don't say
They
anything.
don't.
And yeah, now they start to.
Well
I love
done.
this, that especially to a place like the barber, like females have had hairdressers, that it can be a place just to chat about anything that's on your mind. And
Yeah.
you don't, even if you've got it bottled up inside and you're not ready to share it, you can just feel more comfortable, and then one day when
Yeah.
you're ready, do it. So it is for the Black Dog Institute. Just again, where can people go if they want to be a part of this?
A part of our fundraiser or a part of Black Dog?
Your fundraiser and all of it just in general if they
I
can't
feel
get
like-
to you.
Yep, I feel like they can just go to the Black Dog Institute webpage. Otherwise, they can go on our site, and we've got everything on there, on our Instagram.
And your Black Wolf Collective, they're
Yes.
very quite similar names.
Yeah, so that's every time we do content, we keep like mucking it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then all weekend, this weekend, we've also got just the flash weekend to raise money, which is for tattoos as well. So selected tattoo designs, the proceeds go directly to Black Dog as well. So it goes
How
across
good.
the 2 days.
Alex, well done for being a part of this. It's fantastic. And Jackson, thank you also for coming in and being a part of this. Head into Black Wolf Collective on Sunday. Get yourself a beautiful mullet for $15 and help a great cause. Let's keep this
And it
conversation
goes
going.
all weekend. Goes
Yep.
all weekend. Just the Sundays, the 12 to 3 for the mullets. But all weekend we're doing the tattoos.
Great.
And you can find everything out on our Instagram. And
Oh, thank you. Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you for coming in.
Thank
We're
you.
so grateful that you did, and such a great cause. Thank you.
no
Get in
worries,
there,
thanks,
have a
guys.
chat. If you do need more support as well, you can call Lifeline 13 11 14.
Gina and Maddie.
What was still is your email address. Now, I'm not talking about a normal one. I'm not talking about your work one. Like here at work, it's our like first initial and last name at
And
the
then the
company's
Innova,
business and
yeah.
all of that stuff. No, I'm talking about the embarrassing one, the Hotmail email address.
I knew one of my girlfriends used to work at La Visa, and she said this girl came in one time and her email address, and she was probably 30, was horsesaremylife.com.au. And she said it's so embarrassing, but she made it up when she was 13 because horses were her life. And she still has the same email address.
I remember back in the days of Hotmail and MSN Messenger, like at school, somebody had Blonde Bombshell, there was Shorty Pipsqueak, all of these sorts of ones. And you think now, if you've still got that as an adult, and you know, hey, it's hard to get a rental. And you go in there
That's
and they
true.
make you sign up and you've got to, and what's your email address? It's Blonde Bombshell. It's I love horses at hotmail.com.
Oh my God,
No?
that's funny.
You know what? I'm just going to turn around and walk out right now. Daniel in Chisholm. Morning, mates. What's yours?
Well, I don't actually have a creative one, but I did have two friends that had some interesting ones.
Oh, yeah,
One was
great.
a top, and she called herself Tropic Model. and the other one was Sexy Surfer. Now, the Sexy Surfer was not an attractive guy at all, so I don't know where he thought that would be appropriate.
Maybe he thought he was.
Maybe. But I actually thought of one while I was waiting for you guys.
Yeah.
And I thought, imagine if your name was Richard and you worked at Nobby's Nuts.
That's funny. Oh my goodness.
I do enjoy that one, Daniel. And I also enjoy you threw your friends under the bus with their Hotmails and then insulted them too. Pam in Wadalba. Hit us with it.
milfdragon@hotmail.com.
Mills Dragon. Why? Why? Why did you choose that?
Look, I didn't really choose it. To be fair, my step friends chose it for me a long time ago, like 20 years ago when I was a young single mum. So, and it's just stuck ever since.
Now-
And then people have often said, like, Pam, why don't you change your email address? So I said, okay, I will. So I changed it to milfdragon@icloud.com.
Right. So it says on the screen Mills.
Yeah, it's not Mills. I don't think.
Gina said Mills, but Pam, you're saying it's, I think it's spelt like an MILF, correct? That's how you're saying it.
That is correct. milfdragon@hotmail.com.
Oh,
We've
Pam, I
got
love
Brendan from Point Frederick. Hey, Brendan, what's yours?
Mine was good to be the king.
And why? Why did you choose that?
It's actually from a movie. It's a line from a movie. It's it's from a Monty Python's movie, and it was always just one of those kinds. I thought it was really cool until you actually have to give it out to people, and it's kind of like, and the first time, and they were reading it out, and they're about to type it in, and they're looking at it, and you just get the look and going, why did I do that?
I know.
Brendan, it's also really long. So in this day and age with like streaming services on your TV, and you've got to use the remote to
It was good, and then the number 2, then a capital B, and then the king.
Annie, in your mind, close us out.
So I'm also throwing a friend under the bus.
Oh, great.
So many moons ago, we all started coming. MSN came out, and her name's Kylie, but we've always called her Petal. And she was dating a guy called Phil, and she thought it would be cute to merge their names and start an email address together, but it was petalphil@hotmail.com.au.
They're still together?
No, thank God.
Did she understand what she was doing when she put those names together, or was it an innocent mistake?
No idea. She was so proud of it until I said, Petal, I don't know about that one. At least put an underscore, at least put a dash, something.
Thanks, Annie.
The Gina and Maddie Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.